All right, welcome to our explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's, well, it's deeply concerning and frankly, pretty terrifying. We're talking about a type of cyber threat that operates completely in the shadows.
So let's just get right to it with the big question, the one that kind of changes everything. Can your phone be hacked without you doing anything at all? I mean, we're all trained to look for suspicious links, right? Sketchy downloads. But what if I told you you could follow all the rules, do everything right, and still get hacked?
Okay, so first up, what exactly is this invisible threat? Because I'll tell you right now, this is not your average virus or some phishing scam. This is a whole different beast.
The name really says it all, a zero-click attack. It's a cyber attack that needs absolutely zero interaction from you to work. Think about that. You don't have to open a message, download a file, click a link, or visit some sketchy website. Nope, it just happens, silently in the background.
And that's the absolute core of the danger. Right there in that quote. You get hacked even if you do nothing. You know, most hacks, like phishing, they need you to make a mistake. They're counting on a moment of human error. But with a zero-click attack, your caution, your vigilance, it doesn't even matter. The attack just blows right past you and goes straight for the software on your device.
So you're probably asking, how is that even possible? How can someone just break into your phone without you ever opening the door? Well, the concept is kind of simple, but the way they pull it off, that's incredibly sophisticated. Okay, so it all comes down to tricking the automatic stuff your phone does all the time without you even thinking about it. You know how when you get a text, a little preview pops up? You didn't open the message, but your phone had to process that data to show you the preview. Well, attackers find a tiny hidden flaw in the code that handles that process. Then they send a specially made piece of data. Could be a message, an image, even a missed call that looks totally normal on the surface, but it's designed to trigger that specific flaw. The second your phone tries to process it, bam, the malicious code runs and the attacker is in. You never saw a thing. All right, so now we know how it works. But honestly, it's the what happens next that makes this one of the scariest threats out there. Getting in is one thing. The damage they can do once they're inside is, well, it's devastating. This is why it's like a ghost in the machine, because you never clicked anything. There's no sign of a break-in. You're not going to see any weird pop-ups, your battery life won't suddenly tank, nothing. The victim usually has absolutely no idea they've been compromised. It could go on for weeks, months, even years. The attacker is just there, silent.
And look, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This stuff is real, and it's been used. You might have heard of the spyware called Pegasus. Back in 2019, it infected phones using a specially crafted missed WhatsApp call. That's it. A missed call you never even saw or answered was enough to hack the phone. And more recently, flaws in iMessage meant just receiving a malicious image file could compromise a device automatically. You didn't even have to open it.
And once they're in, they have the keys to the kingdom. We're talking total access. They can turn on your camera and microphone whenever they want. They can read your encrypted messages, yeah, even the ones in Signal or WhatsApp. They can track your location in real time, pull down every single file and photo you have. Basically, your phone stops being your phone. It becomes a 24/7 surveillance device pointed right at you.
So if these attacks are this powerful, the next logical question is, who's using them? This can't be something your average hacker has in their toolkit, right?
Exactly. The answer comes down to money. A lot of money. To even build one of these attacks, you first need to find a brand new, undiscovered vulnerability. In the industry, they call this a zero-day exploit because the software developers have had literally 0 days to patch it. Just finding one of those and then weaponizing it into a reliable zero-click attack, we're talking millions of dollars.
And that price tag tells you everything you need to know about who's using them. This isn't for your everyday cybercriminal. This is the domain of state-level attackers, national intelligence agencies, and the absolute most advanced cybercrime organizations on the planet. They usually reserve these for what they consider high-value targets. Think journalists, activists, diplomats. But here's the thing. Just the fact that these weapons exist is a problem for all of us. It completely erodes the idea of digital privacy. Okay, I know hearing all this can feel, well, a little overwhelming, maybe even hopeless, but it's not. So let's shift gears and focus on the most important part. What can you actually do about it? How can you protect yourself? Look, there's no single magic bullet that makes you 100% safe, but you can absolutely build layers of defense that make you a much harder target. So, step one, and this is the big one, keep everything updated. Your phone's operating system, your apps, all of it, all the time.
These updates often contain the patches that close the very holes these attackers are trying to slip through. Second, go into your messaging apps like WhatsApp or Telegram and turn off auto downloads for photos and videos. That one simple switch can stop a malicious file from ever running automatically. Third, you want to reduce what we call your phone's attack surface. If you don't use a feature like iMessage, consider disabling it. Block unknown callers on services like FaceTime. Basically, the fewer ways an outsider has to send random data to your phone, the better off you're going to be. You're just closing doors so they can't even try to knock.
So that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? In a world where attacks can be completely silent and invisible, what does being secure even mean anymore? It's clear that our whole idea of digital safety has to change. It's not just about not clicking on bad links anymore. It's about being proactive, building those layers of defense, and just being aware of the invisible threats that are out there.